Welcome to the AW Services YouTube channel. This beast before you is a Whelen Justice light bar. This one I believe is all blue. It's a 44-inch light bar from Woodway in the UK, Woodway Engineering. It is, however, a Whelen. Got to see if I can get it working and rewire it. Looking at the technical spec for it, it takes some power. It isn't strobe, but it's all LED inside. And look at the wiring. Apparently this thing takes 50 amps. I've got to see now, we've got a a WeCan box, which is like a high and low canvas unit, which I believe is the brain, which you can program its modes into. So you've got can high, can low. Completely new to me. I'm not used to this design of beacon. I'm normally used to just either 2 wires or then a series of wires, which then you can positive, negative, trigger, etc. to go through the flash patterns, or with the standard off-the-shelf beacon, positive, negative, and then you've got your yellow, which is your trigger wire, which you then bridge momentarily to your positive, and it'll change the flash patterns. But this one's got linear LEDs on the side. I still don't know whether these are blue or they're white because I haven't got any power out of it. They could be alley takedown lights. It could have reds in there, but it's impossible to see because all the LED chipsets look the same. Not sure if it's off of a standard police car or it could be off of an emergency vehicle that was based at an airport, because this here isn't standard on most police cars. This is a Whelen hideaway or a Whelen high intensity amber strobe. So you don't normally see these. This has been retrofitted to it. It isn't symmetrical either, and it's like OCD trigger, but this is an amber LED Whelen hideaway on top. So it makes me think it's come from an airport or somewhere where amber is required as well as blue. But like I've said, I don't know whether this has got blue, white and red in it. It could be all blue. The feet that it mounts on are, one's missing, but I've managed to, we've still got the slide brackets that go in the slide channel underneath, so we can manufacture a bracket system out of aluminium profile to fit that and retrofit that onto a voluntary emergency vehicle. But it's an absolute beast. Pretty much brand newish really. It's not damaged at all. I think these are about 700 to £1,000, being that it's R65 as well. So I think it's class 2, class 3 LEDs. A lot brighter than the junk that you can buy on eBay. But I'll give you an update as and when, get it fired up, and some demonstration videos of it. But I've been working on some grill beacons, rewiring those so they can go onto vehicles. But I thought I'd just show you this as like a first take, and then give you progress updates on it running and going through its flash patterns. It may help other people. But we have the canvas box for it. We haven't got a control panel that goes on the dash of the car, but like I said, we do have the WeCan box, luckily, and we'll link that up to the 2 wires. I believe it's not the competitor version, but I believe these you just trigger through the canvas system, and the way it works, you apply your power with a fuse rated at 50 amps, and then the canvas box will send trigger impulses or something, I don't know how it works, through one of these wires, can high, can low, and then you can go through and set the patterns. And it must have, because I've taken it apart and it's got quite a long conformal coated circuit board in this side, which is its brain. So there must be a pre-programmed microcontroller in here as well. which then once triggered from another unit will make it work. It's quite a bizarre way how it actually works. It's quite heavy. It weighs about 20 kilo, and you can understand now why police cars used to have flat batteries. Now they use like a run lock system, where when the ignition's running, you can, I think you take your key out, you leave your key in. So you take your key out, the engine runs, but the minute the handbrake is released, the engine cuts out, so police cars can't be stolen. But you can imagine how years ago, when these used to use xenon strobes in them, or the rotating halogen beacons with 55-watt halogens, like an H4 per rotator, you can quite see the current drain and why police cars used to get flat batteries quite a lot in the late 90s. But yeah, this is a quick first time look at the Woodway Whelen Justice 44-inch light bar. More updates to come. Stay tuned. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, leave a comment if you know anything more about this, subscribe, support the channel, help it grow. But thank you for watching AW Services.